Good morning, North Texas, and thanks for waking up with us on Daybreak. I'm Matt Howerton.
And I'm Dia Wall. We kind of could have let that play out a little bit. We're going to have much more possible changes coming to downtown Dallas in a bit, but I always want to get Greg Fields dancing to a little bop. You know what I'm saying?
He's going.
We also got traffic anchor Erica Lopez watching the roads for us this morning. He's on the forecast, but you already knew that.
And you don't want to see me dancing. No, I'm just kidding. The roads are looking pretty good out here right now. I don't want to jinx anything. We had some road work, caused like a slight delay, but it already cleared, so we're looking good.
And it is Friday.
Yes.
We're all happy it's Friday. Are you
Yeah.
happy it's Friday? You got to tell us a little bit here. What does the weekend look like for everybody?
The weekend not looking too bad. Very warm out there. So if you like temperatures in the 80s, you're going to love what we have for the weekend. So that's one of the things you need to know as we get you started on this Friday morning. We do have those rain chances that are going to be very, very slight over the weekend. So that's why I'm saying mainly dry over the weekend. It will be breezy and warm out there for us. Now, we will have some much, much better rain chances returning next week. So we'll get more in detail about that for you coming up. And those temperatures, they are going to stay well above normal for us through the weekend on into next week as well. But for right now, getting you on out the door, 52 degrees. We'll have the clear skies for you. Good looking Friday morning out there. Not going to have much in the way of wind at all. A few spots down in the low 40s up along the Red River. Even 38 heading out to Denton this morning, and those upper 40s heading over to Terrell and Canton. So the kids wrapping up the school week, heading off to the bus stop this morning. Maybe a light jacket or sweater early on, but then as we go through the day today, we're looking at those low 70s around noontime and a very warm 79 on that way home later today. But we'll get more into the weekend, of course, coming up here in just a bit. But now let's check the Friday morning traffic. Erica, over to you.
Greg, thank you so much. Yeah, we do want to check in on the drive and show everyone what we have going on right now. Just getting my map all ready to go here. Looking at a lot of green across North Texas, which is fantastic. Really no need to rush out the door. That road work we were tracking, like I mentioned, over in Tarrant County, 820 in the North Richland Hills area at Roof Snow is already cleared. We were having another little delay at Ramey and 820. That also cleared out. Now, I am getting reports of a wreck in this area along 30 and 45 in downtown Dallas. So I'll continue to click through and see what TxDOT cameras we have available and hopefully find it for you and see if it's causing any delays. But for now, looking pretty clear at that one. It just, again, got reported in the last couple minutes here. 35E in the Dallas-Ellis County line looking fantastic. And that's really the story this morning. Clear roadways at I-30 and Beltline in Grand Prairie as well. Matt and Dia.
Okay, thank you so much, Erica. Right now, downtown Dallas on the brink of big changes, and it could impact anyone coming in for games or major events.
From companies moving out to questions about City Hall's future, there's a lot that's still unsettled. Yeah. Chris Sadeghi is joining us live as city leaders prepare to make a major announcement today. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Dia. And Downtown Dallas Inc. is an organization that tries to keep downtown Dallas a great place to live and work. Their annual meeting is later today, and it will be interesting to see how that meeting goes, considering the news of yet another potential departure. Of course, we had the news that AT&T is moving out of downtown Dallas. They made that announcement earlier in the year. Now we've learned of a possible letter of intent that the city of Plano sent to the Dallas Stars. Now, that information came from Dallas City Councilman Chad West while speaking to our Sunday political show, Inside Texas Politics. Neither the city of Plano or the Dallas Stars would comment or confirm the letter, but we have reported that the Stars do have their eyes on a new arena, possibly Willow Bend, where the mall currently sits, and that Plano's mayor said in December they made the team an offer. Now, West did say that nothing has been signed. Dallas is still in negotiations to keep the Stars at the American Airlines Center beyond their lease that will expire in 2031. But this is just one of the many pressing issues facing downtown that we expect to hear at that meeting for Downtown Dallas Inc. later today. That meeting starts at 11:30. Matt and Dia.
Now, you know, Chris, even the future of City Hall is still up in the air right now. Can you tell us what's going on with that?
Yes, Dia, ironically enough, that site, City Hall, one of the proposed sites for a future Dallas Mavericks arena, and they just got the report saying for the city to stay in there, it would take upwards of $1 billion in maintenance for City Hall. So that is something the city council will have to consider. We know emergency services for the city have already moved out of the building, and now that they have their hands on that report, we do expect a vote on the future of City Hall coming next week. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Chris. Another Dallas area rapid transit member city has decided to stay with DART. Last night, Irving City Council approved a new agreement and canceled its special May election, joining Plano and Farmers Branch. The decision comes after DART made changes aimed at benefiting member cities more so than they are now. Right now, Addison, Highland Park, and University Park are putting the question to voters in May. Those ballots must be finalized by the end of today.
We're learning new details about the hour-long chase we first told you about on Thursday.
Shots fired again. 3 shots fired out the passenger window. Continuing past 67, so we're still northbound 287. Northbound 287, so. Our speed's about 110.
Ellis County deputies say it started just after 3 a.m. when a driver ran a stop sign in Midlothian and then opened fire on a deputy. Investigators say shots were fired multiple times during the chase, which reached speeds over 100 miles an hour before Fort Worth police used some spike strips to end it.
The last thing we want to hear come over the radio are shots fired or officer down. And when you hear that, obviously, we all come together.
All 5 people in the vehicle are now charged with multiple felonies, including aggravated assault on a public servant. No officers were hurt.
Now to the 3 things you need to know this morning. Former President Bill Clinton set to make history today, testifying before a congressional committee about sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Clinton and President Trump are both named in Justice Department files, having known and fraternized with Epstein. The testimony comes one day after Hillary Clinton testified behind closed doors, saying she never met him. Authorities say none of them are accused of criminal wrongdoing. The fight to buy Warner Brothers Discovery is over. Netflix says it's backing away from the deal. Netflix agreed to an $83 billion
Yes.
acquisition of Warner Brothers, but Paramount Skydance swooped in, countering with an offer of $111 billion. Netflix decided to not match it. The deal now awaits federal approval. Longhorn fans, some good news on Arch Manning. He's out of his walking boot after minor foot surgery. Head coach Steve Sarkisian says Manning will be limited during spring practice as the team makes sure he's 100% healthy. Probably going to have another good year.
Now to a growing scam targeting people who are trying to protect their retirement. Victims are losing their entire life savings after being pushed to buy gold.
Yeah, now jewelry stores in several states have been raided, including right here in North Texas. ABC's Hannah Battah breaks down the crackdown and what to watch for.
It's the alleged multi-state fraud scheme involving more than $150 million in gold.
This is an epidemic.
These photos show some of the $100 million in gold and cash seized yesterday from just 2 stores, one near Orlando, Florida, the other in Atlanta. Authorities say another $50 million was seized at a store in Texas last month. The 3 locations were allegedly central to a network of fraudsters that laundered stolen gold, melted it down, made it into jewelry, then sold it or smuggled it out of the country.
We just had a report of a person in Indiana yesterday losing $1.2 million in cash.
Authorities say the fraudsters would contact victims, often seniors, via email or text. Then, posing as law enforcement, they would convince the victims that they were in legal trouble or that their bank account had been hacked. Victims were then told to withdraw their savings, purchase gold bars, and hand them over to couriers for safekeeping.
It goes to these jewelry stores where it's smelted down and made into bangles, for example, and then a person can just simply put those on, get on an airplane, and leave the country.
At least 200 victims have now been identified. Some lost more than $1 million each.
This is a very sophisticated, smart group of criminals. This is happening in many jurisdictions across the United States.
So far, nearly 24 suspects have been arrested in this case. Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
All right, time right now is 5:39 in the morning on this Friday. A new alert for parents on Instagram.
Starting next week, you could be notified if your teen searches for suicide or self-harm content. What this new tool does and why experts say it could save lives.
And Basketball Hall of Famer and Dallas native Chris Bosh speaking out the health scare that changed everything and why he says he's grateful to still be here.
And weather-wise out there for you here this morning, it is on the cool side, 53 degrees. Not bad at all for you heading out as we look at Clyde-Warren Park this morning. So we're going to go ahead and give you that green paw if you're getting out to walk the dog here this morning between now and 8 o'clock. Going to keep those temperatures in the lower 50s, but we are warming up today. So we'll have more on that in the weekend forecast coming up.